Welcome to Poker Market, making poker more efficient.
Hi guys, this is Weasel for PokerMarket.com. Just bringing you some live action from the 10 NL stars tables. So this is going to be a series of live play at 10 NL. I'm just going to be playing pretty straightforward poker, just helping you to find the fundamentals of 6 max no limit hold'em. Just need to turn the volume down a bit on my stars client. Okay, so 6 deuce, we bet for protection. We'll get into some of these terms throughout the live play. There's going to be quite a decent amount of this. To some extent, it's going to follow on. So I'm going to try and progress from very simple concepts to maybe some slightly more advanced concepts towards the end of the live play. And the goal here is to play about 12,000 hands on stars, zoom, and then to head on over to the 888 snap tables and play about 12,000 hands there. And what we should find is that the standard of competition is a lot softer on the 888 table. So we'll have a look at our graphs at the end of this, etc. We'll compare. We'll draw some comparisons regarding where it's best to play out of the two sides. Queen 6 is just about an open, I think. It might be a bit wide, actually. I'm going to bring up some charts as well to have a look at. I do actually complete some Queen X hands with these limits in the small blind. Definitely want to play these hands here, Ace King and the Kings. I have some marginal potential on table 1, so I'm going to lead there. Ace 9, just going to call. This guy looks like a weaker player based on his stack size. And actually I'm just going to sit out while I grab my ranges file just so I can show some ranges, etc. So this guy bets pot size in table 4. We do have some marginal backdoor equity. Again, I'll get onto these terms a bit later. Now I'm just going to fold, be right back. So these are the ranges we're going to be mostly following. Just wanted to check cut of RFI. So you can see here that Queen 6 is not an open, it's like Queen 7 suited plus. I figured it was slightly wide, but it's not a big deal. We know for next time, Queen 7 suited plus from cutoff. And of course, this should be pretty much the first step on your path to no limit hold'em success, just to make sure you understand which types of hands you're playing pre-flop, neat situation, and why. And it may sound very simple, but it's a little bit more nuanced than it first sounds. You have to take into account a whole bunch of things, such as the types of sizing that opponents use, the positions of the players at the table. A good starting point is to pick up my ranges at PokerMarket.com. And sometimes I do deviate from them. The goal is not to follow the ranges precisely. For example, I have pocket 4s here on table 3. This is not actually an open raise. At least it's not an open raise against a table of good players. But I'm hoping that 10 NL games are still soft enough where I can get away with just opening any pocket pair. Another important principle is knowing when to ISO raise. For example, here, someone limits on table 1, so I decide to raise it up. Don't always see ranges for ISO raising. The most common types of ranges you see are raise first in ranges. Very interesting spot here on table 3. I don't normally squeeze against this many players. I guess it can't be that bad. Especially if you get any folds ever. The problem is, it's actually very rare you get any folds in these kind of spots. I suppose one call is pretty good. In terms of c-betting, which is, I guess, the next thing you'll move on to after you've worked out pre-flop ranges, generally what we're looking for is some kind of backdoor potential. And we don't have that in this spot. We do, however, have ace-king high, which may be the best hand with some frequency. I think it's probably okay to just go ahead and fold, given that it was 4-way or 5-way or something pre-flop. This guy's very likely to have a pocket pair, although it would be an okay call, certainly, on the flop. If I had some kind of backdoor flush, then I'd very likely make the call, or I'd actually make the c-bet even. I mean, if I had checked, I would obviously call. Okay, 9's going to be pretty standard defend on the button. Against a 3-bet on table 3. 10-9 suited is going to be a standard cold call. Queens is going to be a squeeze on table 2. This is just a value squeeze, very likely to have the best hand. Want to get more money into